tropical, I don't think it's a tropical storm, but the storm system in West 92 that we're watching that could turn into Tropical Storm Barry or Hurricane Barry potentially. And this really isn't even from that.
Yeah, Dave was pointed that out to us, but as much rain as we're seeing this morning, you know, we've been talking about a possible tropical development, so some people are probably confusing that with what's happening this morning.
Yes.
They're not related, guys. We are going to see a lot more water over the next few days, and especially once we figure out where that storm is headed. We're supposed to wait till this afternoon to even get more updates.
Do you want to read off some of those intersections?
Yeah, let's get to some of these closures. So North Carrollton Avenue at I-10, City Park Avenue at I-10, Marconi Drive at 610, St. Bernard Avenue at Florida Avenue, Harris Avenue at 610, and Gentilly Boulevard at 610 as well.
Broad Street, Florida Avenue, Franklin Avenue, Gentilly Boulevard, Chef Mentor Highway, Cross Drive, Leon C. Simon Drive, Downman Road at the Lakeshore Drive, General de Gaulle Drive, Woodland Drive, and General de Gaulle Drive at West Bank Expressway.
Yeah, so that covers Lakeview, Gentilly. We've got closures in the West Bank.
Places that didn't flood for Katrina is flooding now. And this is just the first day of the system. We got 4 days, 4 more days.
And I can't see the key. Let's see if our producers can tell us in our ear one more time what the blue dots were. Blue dots are the reported flooding. Do we know what the red dots are? Street accidents. Everybody stay safe. If you don't need to be upstairs, do not go out.
Sure, and you can always head over to our website at www.tv.com for more information on all of this. There's so many street closures right now. This is one of those times it's not even beneficial to have a list. You should just try to avoid the roads if you can. We showed you what I-10 looks like this morning.
Because people don't want to get off. You probably can't get off anymore.
Sure, and at this point, unfortunately, this was during the morning commute. People were probably already heading to work or dropping their kids off somewhere for the day. So we know that you guys were already on the roads, and we're wishing everyone the best who is out there because it is very dangerous right now.
And Dave, is it going to be steady rain all day long? Are we going to get a break in this system at all?
We will get a break a little later on. Just got working on looking at the latest precision cast model, trying to show what we're going to be dealing with here. And I think at least this morning we're dealing with the heavy rain threat coming on in, and then we are going to be dealing with a little break, excuse me, a little later on this morning. Right now, though, kind of want to show you what we have. This is from, let me back it up a little bit to closer time here. What is it, 9 o'clock now? You can see here again the heavy rain kind of tapering off maybe a little bit by lunchtime, and then we could still see some more scattered stuff as the day goes on. So we are dealing with at least the heavy stuff from early this morning and continuing through the afternoon hours. Let me go show you a little bit different model here, kind of a more high resolution model. This sometimes that helps to give us a little better perspective here, kind of updates more frequently. And we'll show you that on here. You can see where the rain is from early this morning. It does show it here at the 9 o'clock hour, kind of tapering off, and then we firing back up as we head maybe west of I-55, which would be good if they haven't had rain yet. The rest of us have had rain a little later on, maybe some showers at 2:30 in the afternoon, and then more scattered showers and storms kind of tapering off. And tomorrow, look at that. This is the afternoon scattered storms. Continue looking at some rain heading on into Friday. Now this is actually raining from what will be Barry coming on in. These bands of heavy rain coming off from the Gulf, and there's your heavy rain late Friday on into Friday night into Saturday. So we will be dealing with again quite a bit of rain coming forward here. So we do need to be prepared for that as we move forward on into a little later today, and then going on into of course the latest here with the upcoming weekend. So there is a flash flood watch in effect till 7 o'clock now, just issued by the Weather Service. We still have that flood warning from the Mississippi River here. That is because we're expecting a little bit of a surge to come on in. So still watching that as we get into Friday, Saturday time frame with that one there. So really a lot going on here with all these storms going on in. Still going to be watching this one here pretty closely. You're looking at the radar right now. Let me zoom back into you and just show you again some of the heavy rain coming on in. Obviously making the street flooding issues pretty rough out there for much of the region. Looks like maybe a back edge of the rain trying to come into Chalmette and New Orleans, and still pretty good rains from Metairie, Kenner, Wagaman, Harahan area, back toward River Ridge, Jefferson area as well too. Still watching again. We do have some of those flash flood warnings in effect again in Jefferson Parish till 11:45, and in Orleans Parish at least the western edge of it until 10:45 this morning. Ladies?
We do want to pass on some power outages. You're looking right here, 8,000 people in Jefferson without power, 9,600 in Orleans.
Wow, so we'll follow those outages from Entergy. And remember, at about 7 o'clock this morning, before this even got as bad as it is now, we were already following some power outages in the area. Those were supposed to be fixed at 8 o'clock.
There's also some in Harahan, and in Algiers. So hopefully, and as we can see out there, it's hard to even get crews out to address this because the streets just really aren't even safe to pass right now.
Sure, so we will be staying on top of this. We'll let you know as soon as Energy gives us an update to let us know.
Let's take a live look at Basin again. Oh my gosh, look at
Yeah,
that.
there's Basin.
Just a few moments ago,
Freaking water is in the businesses.
Take a look now. Our photographer there has found someone who can open the door and show us that water is going into these businesses on Basin
I
Street.
wonder if we can drop the banner.
Ooh.
I wouldn't ask.
It's definitely in the
Ooh,
business.
boy, boy, boy.
Again, this is right down the street from the Mahalia Jackson Theater to give you guys more perspective on what this is. Look at how high that water
And that
is.
was a utility truck, but anybody else does not need to be out there because the wakes are just pushing more and more water into these businesses. And these are the same businesses that were hit hard a couple of years ago with the storage floodings.
That's right, and we've seen this several times, unfortunately, since then. So we don't know how many times these businesses have taken on water in the past 2 years since the city has been dealing with these drainage issues. The crazy thing is we were already talking about drainage this morning with the Sewage and Water Board as we prepared for Invest 92 to move our way in a couple of days. Again, this is not related yet, so this is separate
This is
flooding.
gonna
And you
move
can see,
on.
I like seeing the cars go through because you can get an idea of how high this water is. The
Places
Sewage and Water
that
Board was
didn't
saying that
flood,
most of the
flood.
city's drainage pumps are working. I believe there's only 2 that are out of
They
service.
said 118
Yeah,
working at the
out of
100.
And there goes the trash can.
So this is our pump systems according to the Sewage and Water
Wait,
Board.
so 182.
And you can see how high this water is. So again, this is a
There
live
goes the
look right now
trash
at Basin
can.
Street.
And let's hear more from you. Remember, if you have anything that you want to share, any flooding, any damage from any of those water spouts or tornadoes that we heard were on the UNO campus, please just tweet us or send us a message on Facebook. Use that hashtag #BeyondFor so we can continue to get information out to you guys.
Sure, and if you are just joining us this morning, that is the big story. Dave was watching several tornado warnings earlier today. We do have confirmation of a water spout near UNO's campus. UNO did tweet out earlier this morning that that tornado was on campus. At that time, they were telling everyone to shelter in place. Since then, they've told everyone that they think it's fine, but we're getting tons of pictures in from the Gentilly area of people who saw that water spout. It's huge and really frightening.
And the sad thing is you always talk about the